We're going to be starting in 3.
Whoa. We need some banter.
What do we want to talk about?
Who goes on?
I'm going to kill Fievel's family.
Yes, let's start with this. You feel upset at him for...
Scaring the literal shit out of him?
You know. The fans know. God.
Yeah.
He scared the bejesus out of me.
Yeah, well, he knew you were tripping balls.
Yeah, I offered him. That's the worst part.
Yeah.
that's what I'm most hurt about, is I offered the man some. And what
he
does he
used
do?
the opportunity to tease him.
Yeah, he teased you and then he fish slapped you.
Yeah. Right.
So so when this is all over, you're thinking head to the Mooski tribe and just slaughter a bunch of mouse folk.
Yeah.
Dude, okay.
You could join the Night Tales and literally make a huge career as a mouse folk slayer.
I don't know if you want to leave this to your questions, comments, and concerns.
No.
I have a question.
Right, lay it on me.
I have minor illusion.
Yes.
Right? It says sound or object.
Mm-hmm.
Can I create an image of his family?
God.
Well, you've never seen his family, so you could create a generic image of a mouse folk.
Stop in this and look, Fievel, your family.
It wouldn't be able to talk or move or do anything. It would just be an image of mouse folk.
So I can't relay a mini movie?
No, it's not like a no.
No, that's too bad.
No, you're not Walt Disney. You know?
So I'll tell you my plan because I can't do it anymore. What I was doing, so I was going to have Ma and Pa, Fievel, and his little twat of his brother. And what I was going to do, I was going to line 5 of me up and just create a mini movie of finger death on all of them.
Yeah, it's not the spell isn't called animated short. It's called minor illusion. It's meant to create a pot of gold on it or a pile of coins. You can create.
I can create an image of his dead father.
You could create an image of his dead father if you knew what he looked like. You can create an image of a dead mouse folk.
Face down. You wouldn't know the difference.
Plus 2 other experience. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Dicey D20. My name is Noah, Dungeon Master, and I am joined here by our players. We have Dabbledob Doppet. Dabbledob, how's it going, my friend?
As you all know, I'm angry.
Okay.
But I'm here, and I'm good.
Okay.
Somewhat.
Yep. Fantastic. We're also joined by Greg Rock, the Warforged.
Yeah.
Gregory, how's it going?
Good. I'm excited to see what Dabbledob is able to put together in the next fight or engagement. Some say he fights better angry. He's a very emotional wizard. So he really puts that passion into his casting.
Absolutely. Yeah. I think we can all agree that he's a very passionate.
Spoken like a true brother right there. Goddamn.
Yeah. So
right in the feels.
Yeah. We are also joined by Fievel Mausentraub. Fievel, a lot of accusations been levied your way recently. I'm just wondering how you're taking that.
Let's keep eyes on Fievel, let's kill his family, It's just it's really tough being this character nowadays. Everyone just hates you.
You do it to yourself.
I'm just trying to be a mouse folk in a man's world, It's tough.
You ever heard of you make your own luck?
No.
I think that's what you do.
It's not a common mouse folk saying, so I'm not aware of what this means.
You make your own cheese?
Plus 100 experience points, Tyson Mckay. Yeah, so you don't feel like you've brought any of this on yourself. You feel like your actions are reasonable, justified, meticulous, thought out. You feel like everyone else is just misinterpreting them.
Absolutely.
Well, I'm glad I summarized that for you. We're also joined by Tyson Mckay, the Planeswalker extraordinaire. Tyson, how are you doing? You got your vision back.
I did. No matter what you do to me, Noah, I'll keep coming back.
Okay, so
back in chains.
You used the regenerate spell, and you regenerated your eyes, and within 2 minutes you gained your sight back. You had a little bit of an attempt to kind of conceal that, but obviously Greg Rock, the Destroyer, saw you, and now you're just rocking balls out, eyeballs out for the boys.
Yeah, I definitely thought there was going to be more of a reaction from it, but I guess not.
I said, what the fuck? What else do you want from me?
Yeah, that was it. No one else asked or even paid attention.
I mean, I was already in the know.
Yeah,
I knew.
You were.
Did I even see?
Amara or Dabbledob, you
He's
know?
like, have I seen him?
No, so Amara was getting her stuff together, and she just saw you guys slapping each other and doing weird stuff, so she didn't really notice that you had your eyes back.
So they have
Then you hopped on a drake as she was walking down the ladder into the boat, and then you flew away for 20 minutes, and now you've landed on the beach. You guys are all together all of a sudden. At this point, Amara and then Dabbledob will probably notice that you have your eyesight back.
I won't.
I'm mad at Fievel, and by extension, I'm mad at this.
We're not one and the same. Please.
So who would like to give us a recap of last episode for a toasty 500 experience points?
I think it kind of just did.
Yeah,
Not much. Like, it was a lot of shit. Like, it was good. Don't get me wrong, but like super unproductive.
I feel like you're going to have an interesting take on this, Dabbledob. Take it away.
Well, all I gotta say
is what I said before, which is that I'm furious.
I'm mad. No, so I decided to smoke.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The devil's lettuce.
The devil's lettuce, yeah, my good shit. And decided
meet the devil.
Decided to go cuddle up to Tyson.
As one
I
does.
thought it was a good idea, you know?
It was great.
It was a great idea. And then Fievel, on his own little adventure, decides to dive into the water, yes. Not knowing exactly what he got himself into. And I really wish he stuck it out. That blue light would have been intriguing to know.
You're just hoping that he would have gotten eaten.
No.
staring the shit out
But
of
at
you.
this point, I didn't know. I was happy. I was high. I was good. And then I want to know what it was. So I might kick him back down. Yeah.
Into the water.
Yeah.
Okay.
Eventually, we'll see.
Right.
And then he comes out with these two spider eels kind of thing and decides to shove them in my face.
While you were high.
Very.
Which we rolled for short-term madness, or for a horrifying reaction, if you will. You screamed for a few minutes.
Seven.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly.
I remember it.
Ragrock held you.
Nibbled on my fingers a little.
Yep. And then, so nightmares all night, and then woke up, I don't know what time it was. 7. And the other two flew to the island. We went to Classic, because we're classy, you know, so we fucking rode our way there. And here we are.
So you guys are now on the shore of Tol Adar, the Father Island. Take your 500 experience points. Fantastic. Definitely earned it.
It's not quite enough.
And do we have any questions, comments, or concerns before we pick up where we left off? We didn't have any level ups. Not a crazy amount of XP last session.
150 more, and we're talking.
150 more XP. And we'll have a level up. Have you prepped for the level up?
Not at all.
That's exactly what you want to hear.
Okay, fantastic. Alright, gentlemen, where we left off, you were all standing on the shore of Tol Adar, the Father Island, looking up into the mist-shrouded and fog-covered island towards the canopy of forest which encompasses the ruins of a ancient structure. Amara looks up to these ruins, and then, you know, as Tyson Mckay and Fievel approach, as they've hopped off of Chomper, she looks at Tyson, looks away, then does a double take and looks back, and she says, Tyson, you regained your sight.
This is what I'm talking about. Yeah, I did.
But how?
Magic. And I wave my fingers.
Okay.
Imagination. SpongeBob meme.
She looks to you, Tyson. She says, I'm truly happy for you.
Can I go up and inspect them?
Okay, so Dabbledob, yeah, you look at
Get away
Tyson's
from me.
eyes, and you kind of pulling his face down to yours, like really staring.
Yeah, like really looking into his eyes.
Okay.
Poke him a little bit.
I'm going to poke his eyeball and be like, very real.
I lean in for a
D20
kiss.
for the poke. Okay.
17.
Does that beat your AC, Tyson Mckay?
Yeah, it does.
Yeah. So Dabbledob, when he pulls, you're kind of like a grandmother pulling your face in
Yeah,
close,
exactly.
kind of rubbing
Exactly.
your cheeks. Yeah, exactly. Pinching them. He pokes you in the eyeball, and Tyson Mckay leans in for a kiss. Dabbledob, you accepting the kiss? Or you're gonna try and dex check out of the way.
Fuck it.
Okay, so a poked eyeball and a firmly planted kiss on the lips. Amara is looking at you, both shocked and
Just
horrified.
Did you
Just
put
on the head.
Tongue?
Tongue on the head?
Well, I thought it was on the lips.
Well, I imagined it on the lips, but it seems
Same.
like Tyson wanted to kiss you on the forehead. Are you redirecting, altering the rep?
Well, I was going for the lips.
Absolutely. Tyson, as you start to
resist.
close your eyes towards the kiss on the forehead, Dabbledob reroutes. and kisses you on the
And
lips.
stuffs his tongue down your throat.
Are you sticking your tongue down his throat?
I'm gonna see how his reaction is. And then we'll go from there.
Yeah, light tongue.
Yeah.
Just tickle the lips, yeah.
So Amara and Gragrock and Fievel are both staring at you all, just shocked.
I'm not shocked at all. This is usual Dabble Dub.
So Gragrock's hiding it very well.
It was a sloppy grandma kiss, just like you described. I came up and wanted to like pinch the cheeks.
Yeah,
And
his
just-
denture's falling in.
Yeah, like with my pruny lips just
Yeah.
into
My
it.
nipple hanging out the side of his shirt.
Grandma nip slip. All right.
I pull my eyes back out. I don't want this anymore.
Plus 200 experience points. Okay. Amara looks to you all. She
Yeah,
kind
you
of
like
crouches- she looks at you. She furrows her brow, Tyson Mckay, then kind of crouches down, pulling out a map from her pack. She investigates it for a moment, looking up towards those ruins, and then says, "The thief that we sent said that his first point of contact would be the ruins. I think perhaps that's where we should begin our search."
I agree.
Do
You're
this.
so smart, Amara.
Are you saying that?
No. Thinking it quietly to myself.
Okay. So, is there anything anyone else would like to say or do?
Onward, team.
Wow, so inspiring.
Awkward team.
Okay.
He's a
Amara,
leader.
Pumped up now.
There you go.
Amara packs up the map and puts it back into her pack, shouldering it. She begins to walk. Now, this beach has intense jungle growth right up until the sand. However, towards the direction of the ruins and seemingly molded out of the forest itself, there appears to be the beginnings of what look like a stairway. The stairway is made of stone, but covered in mosses, roots, and other types of vines.
Does it maybe go to heaven?
No, you're an idiot.
Stairway to heaven?
Stairway to heaven, baby. Or hell.
Plus 200 experience points for Stairway to Heaven.
We really wasn't expecting anything on that one.
Yeah, it was more just a pity 200.
You know what? As the lowest level, I'll take it.
Okay, so marching order. Who is in the front? Who's in the back? Who's in the middle?
Oh, who wants to die?
Middle.
I'll go front.
Let's take the lead. I'm good.
Yeah.
The guy's
I'll go-
large and still acts like he's tiny. All right.
Yeah. I'll go front with
Body
Dabble Dub
change
on the
the
shoulders, looking for potential threats.
Okay, so Gragrock's in the front.
Yes.
Dabble Dub's on your shoulders.
Yes.
Okay, Fievel's in the middle.
In casting mode.
Tyson, you're in the back,
Oh, yeah.
which means Amara is in front of you. She kind of walks beside you.
Oh shit. Tyson, switch with me.
That's Rogar's girl.
Plus 100 experience points to Gragrock, the Destroyer.
I love all this pity.
It's like your 8th place in Mario Kart, understanding your blue shells and stars.
This is my favorite position.
And you're still in last.
Okay, so the team begins to trek up the staircase towards the ruins. Now it's nearly 2 kilometers of a trek upwards and into the forest, and as you continue to march up the steps, the forest thrums with a certain type of energy, and that small, faint buzzing sound that you seem to always hear permeates the forest, and kind of gets louder in some areas and quieter in others. But the island itself, as far as you can tell in the first few steps forward into the staircase, appears to be devoid of almost any kind of life. There are no birds in the trees, there are no squirrels or small rodents, and there are no snakes even hanging from anywhere. It appears that there's just massive amounts of flora, but no fauna to be seen.
There's one large rodent in front of me.
Yes,
Hey.
there is. And you thought that the jokes were only small jokes. They are not. They'll make fun of you no matter what size you are, Fiona.
I hate this game.
Okay, is there anything anyone would like to do as they climb the steps?
Besides just observing and taking in the view, that's pretty much it.
Start giving Dabble Dub the tour of the island that I know nothing of. And if you look over here, you'll see trees. And over here, more stairs. Yeah, that's where we're going.
More stairs.
As you continue to ascend the stairs, they continue to get more inclined. So you're climbing higher and higher as you go. What was at first just a slight incline has now turned into 45 degrees, then 50, and then 60 as you're climbing quite a tall staircase.
Thank God you don't get
Am I
tired.
starting to pull away from the pack? Are they slowing down?
A little bit.
My calves.
You have to gauge your distance.
Keep up.
Keep on.
I've been on a boat for months. I'm so
Okay.
tired.
Hey, you have eyes now. No excuses anymore.
What you begin to notice next is the heaviness of the air. Gragrock, you are unaffected by the weight of the air around you, but the stairs are uneven and cracked in certain places, vines and mosses carpeting them, and the air just feels heavy and dense as you walk through it, almost like you're pushing through what appears to be like a semi-solid. It just feels like it's fighting you as you walk up and towards the ruins.
What?
Dabbledub, no.
He's dead.
No.
Those magic herbs, I
The
told
air's too
you.
heavy.
I said you were unaffected. Fucking method actor piece of shit.
I'm sorry. The water went down the wrong tube.
You don't need water.
All right, I'll
what are you
do it.
doing?
You'll rust.
As further steps are taken up the staircase, there is that thrumming and distinct vibration of energy that permeates the air. It appears to become stronger and stronger the closer you get to the ruins. Colors actually begin to become muddled, and what should be vibrant reds or oranges of flowers appear burgundy and rust-colored almost. The actual leaves of the forest seem to intertwine and flutter into each other's matter as things begin to kind of meld together in a very weird way.
Oh god, we went through an acid cloud.
Perfect.
Jesus.
Plus 200 experience points.
Pity.
Steps pass on the stone stairs, but time passes differently, and it seems that no matter how many steps are climbed through the jungle, the path seems to continue on. Again, Gragrock, you are unaffected by these alterations.
Yeah, I feel nothing.
Am I like breathing heavy though? Because I'm not doing anything.
No, it still feels like it takes a lot of effort to breathe.
Smoker slump.
Plus 400 experience points.
Nice. That's a level up.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we have a level up on air. That's fantastic. Congratulations, Dabbledub. What level are you now?
Boo.
15.
15. Fantastic. Tyson, is there anything that you would like to speak with Amara about as you guys are kind of walking side by side at the back of the pack? Now that you can see her, even you could see her before, but you haven't seen her in a while, 6 weeks almost, she appears more hardened and fit for journey and travel and adventure than ever before.
You still look like Rogar's girl.
Rogar's girl.
No,
I'm flirting with Rodar's girl.
she's blue, right?
She's blue, right?
She has blue
Does
hair.
color matter to you?
Blue.
Really? It's year 519, goddammit.
Is it?
I love how you change the year every single time.
No, I always say 519. I say this. I use
Say
the last 2 digits from this year
Oh, do you?
in real life, and then I just add 500 years. So next year it'll be year 520. You said I couldn't be alive for all of time, so I figured, maybe 100 years went by and then they made me. Yeah, that's fair, right?
No.
Yeah, that's not the actual history.
Nope, that's it. We're saying it. This is the lore, people.
Okay. Anything that you'd like to speak about, Tyson, or no? Good to continue.
I want to ask her when she started working for Tony the Tiger.
She looks at you, not scowling, but furrowing her brow a little bit at Tony the Tiger, and she says,
How does she
"You
understand
do
the reference?
She doesn't
Great.
understand the reference. She just knows
Frosted Flakes are in all universes, okay?
they're not, and she doesn't understand the reference. She's just furrowing her brow at you because she knows you're obviously making fun. She
Just tell me they just have basic cornflakes.
Yeah, just cornflakes. Medieval economy.
God damn it.
So she furrows her brow at you, Tyson. She says, "You would do well not to insult him, even so far away."
I'm doing him a favor here.
Really? Because some would say he's doing you a favor by letting you live. She kind of raises her eyebrows a little bit at you, and then says, "I have been working for him for the last 5 years."
Well, technically I don't have to do this, I have to do it because of those 3, and I point at the 3 buffoons ahead of me.
I wave.
I am a machine.
They have a plus 200 experience points.
Yeah, like Forrest Gump.
So she says, "Well, then you are a good friend, helping your brothers."
Did you hear that?
Okay,
What?
Tyson calls out, "Do you hear that?" But his voice appears to echo for a long period of time, even though he's not
You hear that?
30 feet
You
from
hear
you.
that?
Yeah, exactly. The voice seems distant and faint. The sound does not travel very well, it appears. Hours later, the winding steps yield, and the path widens to present an open fissure in the earth, a crag. Nestled within it is the base of the temple structure. Its highest towers and peaks just breaking above the tree line, with sunlight shining down to the earth. Columns seem to mark the entrance to the temple, and above them a stone archway is crumbling. It is stone knotted into cords, 3 cords of stone, which form a gateway above the columns and into the temple structure. What is it that you would like to do?
Are we at the entrance now?
Correct.
Perception check.
So you perception check. There are small streams and flowing water which seems to move over the columns, over the archway itself. This large archway appears mostly intact, though lower sections of it seem to have crumbled away or fallen. There are many columns, 12 in total, which horizontally kind of invite or open the base level of the temple to you. Then that archway rests on top of those columns. It is massive. The structure is nearly 60 feet tall, and the forever sloping upward tree line does encompass that. A very large tree stands to the left of this column and archway, so to the left of the structure itself.
Separate from all the other trees?
No, there are trees in and around it, but it is very clear, like ancient, very old.
Okay,
it is at least 8 to 10 arm widths of even yours around in width.
Oh wow, that's a lot, guys.
Think of all the firewood.
Is there anything else special about this tree, other than it just being
There are no
very
leaves
large?
on it.
No leaves?
No, but it does not appear dead.
Openings or critters or...
No bugs.
Okay.
Does it look like it wants to slap somebody who walks by?
No, you don't have to walk directly past it to get into the temple.
Okay.
It's to the left. Actually 20 feet from the column that it's nearest to.
Cool.
So we walking in or what?
Yeah, probably, yeah. Unless anybody wants to do anything else.
Okay. If we walk in, I'm going to put alarm on the door.
There is no door, just open hallway.
Well, but the entrance.
I make a
I
door.
can put an alarm on that.
You can. I'm just letting you know there's no door.
Well, yeah. But the entrance, I'm going to put an alarm on it.
So if anything moves into the tunnel after you guys, into the temple, you'll know.
But we have to be within a mile.
Sounds good. So Dabbledob says the somatic and verbal components of the spell, moving his hands as he whispers the incantation. He sets the alarm spell on the narrow hallway, which all the columns kind of filter like a funnel and lead you towards. So that so long as you're within a mile, you'll know when someone enters behind you guys. And the team enters the tunnel. We're still in the same marching order?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure, yeah.
I guess so.
Okay.
We don't know what we're entering into. I'm drawing weapons. Just
Okay.
in case, yeah.
So you're drawing which weapon, which shield and slime?
Pretty sure I only got the shield and the axe at this point. Yeah, I'm taking them both.
Shield and slime. Anyone else drawing anything else?
Centurion Spear.
Fantastic.
My wand.
Which one?
The +2.
One for War Mage?
Yes, sir.
Alright. Amara, 2.
Tyson's already going balls out, so he's ready.
Amara is going to draw 2 weapons, one a short sword and the other a dagger, a carving knife, one that's shorter than that. It is a style of combat which uses a longer sword and a shorter one for parrying attacks and getting close and thrusting, the other one for keeping an enemy at bay or far away until you encroach on their space.
God, that's so hot.
I can't wait to see her fight. I'm just going to take a step back and watch.
Yeah, take it all in.
Yeah.
You doing great out there, babe. Keep it up.
Such horn dogs. Get girlfriends. Stop playing
I'm trying to
me.
Thanks, Tyler. God.
I'm trying to get fantasy girlfriends. God.
Don't you want a dream?
I hope your real girlfriend doesn't hear you. Not my actual girlfriend. A different girl. Fantasy.
Yeah.
One that's nice to me. But
Exactly.
It's not cheating if she's not real.
Michelle's gonna be Okay, so gentlemen, this corridor is narrow and made of worked stone, but it is not inscribed or carved with any type of carvings or inscriptions at all. But as you walk down this narrow hallway, which is actually taller than it is wide, so it's about 5 feet wide, but almost 12 feet tall. This hallway continues for nearly 60 feet into the fissure, into the worked stone, before you see at the end of it a very bright opening or room. What is it that you would like to do?
It's the boss.
Shall we, can I, take a perception check and dive a little deeper into that?
Sure. Roll me a d20 for perception.
That'd be an 18.
Okay. Dabbledob, you can see that inside this chamber, nearly 60 feet away from where you are currently, there appears to be a lone standing tree, which is actually in some sort of a well. So in a pit, which has been kind of outlined with stone. You can imagine that there's dirt inside where this tree was planted. And there appears to be natural light shining down into the chamber, but you are 60 feet away, so it's hard to see much more detail.
Got the tree, people.
Chop it down.
cut off the light.
Would you guys like to approach and get into the chamber?
Yes, but I'm ready for anything.
Okay. You're now 30 feet down the hallway, so 30 feet from the chamber. Would you guys like to continue and walk inside the chamber?
Yeah, we're still grouped together.
Yep.
Yeah.
How's the breathing?
Check for traps.
Somewhat alleviated, actually. The air appears lighter here.
Yeah.
And the buzzing sound appears distant and further away. Like it's not just right beside your ears, but rather a few feet from you. It appears that this temple has alleviated many of the symptoms which you seem to suffer from on your way here.
Cool. I like where Fievel's head is at. Let's check for traps, yeah.
Roll me a d20 investigation check, please, Fievel.
13.
Okay, you do not notice any traps.
God, well, I'm gonna be...
There's traps, please. Everyone watch out.
15.
You do not notice any traps either.
Oh, God.
I don't.
Sorry. I love it when you know your own role. Okay. You are now just on the edge of entering the chamber. Would you like to walk inside?
I would like to peek.
Okay, so you peek inside the chamber. It appears to be 40 feet wide, and it appears at one point it was a dome with possibly just one centerpiece of light shining through, but that has crumbled away. So it's actually open canopy of trees that you see above you.
I love open domes.
Mm-hmm.
Like Connor?
Wait, what?
The tree in the center is dead, but its bark appears quite different from the trees which you passed on the way here. It appears almost a topazish yellow and shimmers under inspection. The walls are littered with carvings in relief. So obviously there's the base of the structure, and then the carvings are relief embossed on the stone.
Around the tree or around the whole dome?
The whole dome.
The whole dome.
They go from about 6 feet in height all the way to the floor.
Do they appear to start somewhere and work in an order?
They appear to start from the left-hand side and work their way around the room to the right.
Like where we're entering? Okay.
Yeah.
I grab a rock and I toss it into the room.
Okay, so you toss the rock into the room. It clatters and echoes off of the walls, the sounds, but nothing occurs.
We're fine. I go in.
Scream.
We're fine.
I grab Tyson, throw him into the room.
Okay, so Tyson walks into the room confidently,
Fievel.
and nothing occurs. Fievel's screaming quiets down. And what is it that he does?
I want to start looking at his wall murals. What are they in? Are they in the language we can read?
They are not in the language that anyone can read, save for Dabbledog. The language is Elvish,
There you go, Elvis.
but it is ancient Elvish. So it is a different syntax and different grammar. It's going to be challenging for you to read it with any kind of full, thorough flow, but you can grasp the meaning of it. Now, the first section, it is divided. So the walls, murals are actually divided into 5 different sections. Okay, and they're actually divided by linear lines, so almost like chapters. The first section on the left-hand side shows an image of a seated individual. It appears to be a man, has a long flowing beard, he's bare-chested, with legs crossed, and arms placed in his lap. Below him there are smaller figures, which are depicted, and they are bare-chested as well, and shrouded from the waist down, so they have either cloth or linens or some type of clothing. Dabbledub, the very first section that you can read, you may read for the group now as you begin to translate it.
Alrighty, boys, this is going to be rough, but here we go.
I went to the store and...
His light shone bright upon the land. He created children in his image, and he created beasts that considered in themselves virtuous. There was only one rule. The creation magic that flowed through them was not to be used to defile or torment. Hold on, sorry.
Yeah, the ancient Elvish is tough to translate for sure.
Flowed through them, not to use to defile or torment, or to desecrate the... I can't read.
All right, no, we gotta stop being the
beings.
dyslexic kid.
Yeah, I know, dude. Like, my eyes just cannot focus. The beings he created.
The second section of stone depicts the father being, this large individual with legs crossed. Above his head now rests a shining orb, and the children below. And there is one individual who is off to the side, away from the group of the others.
Is it a light blue orb?
It is not.
Oh, thank God.
There's no painting on it, so you can't see. You can now
Good,
read
we didn't fuck up
the
the
second
mission.
section.
Fuck me.
You're the one who can read ancient Elvish, man.
Yeah, I know. There was peace, and the children of the father thrived, until one child disobeyed him and twisted the father's creations. The dark of the night gave him these aberrations strength, and terrors roamed. So the father placed the stars and the moon in the heavens to grant sight to his children, for to defeat your enemy, you must see your enemy.
My eyes.
This is directly relevant to Tyson.
Yeah.
The third section appears to show that giant orb in the sky, this time cracked and shattered with pieces of the moon itself falling to the earth. There is that individual who was standing alone, now larger than the other individuals which were portrayed before, and a rock being hurled from their hand. At this point, Dabbledob, you may read the third section.
And final section.
There were 5 sections. So not only can you not read, you can't listen.
You know what, and he doesn't do so good with numbers.
Yeah. The father loved his disobedient child and could not kill him. He saw it was the child's nature to defile, so he cast the child on a rock, barren and devoid of life, so that the young one could not taint the living. But the child hated the father, and it was all they could do to use their magic. Stand atop the highest peak of the island and hurl a rock into the moon, shattering the light that granted safety to their siblings.
Okay.
Classic.
Jesus
It's always one dude with daddy issues.
Is this Rio?
No, please.
Below that section that you just read, there is another smaller one, which seems to be in the ancient text just almost, like an annotation, like a small little description of what occurs next. So you may read that as well.
This is not Rio.
You idiots.
The moon was broken, only able to cast its full light intermediately. The horrors claimed the lives of the children and left only the child's and the father alone.
Okay. The next image that you see on the wall in the fourth section has the father with tears streaming down his face, and they seem to plummet towards the earth. There is no depiction of the child that the sections before had spoken of, but rather just the father.
The father laminated, and his tears lamented. Sorry.
Father laminated the world. And that's why we got plastic on couches, everyone.
The father lamented, and his tears fell to earth, broken by the loss of his children and the hate of his only child. So much death, so much loss, that not even the father could take another life, could not lose another child.
The final section that is depicted is one of the islands themselves. Each one has the name of the islands inscribed onto the wall. You see Tol Adar, the Father Island, Tol Curon, the Crescent, which is to the east of Adar. To the south of Adar is Tol Gond, the Rock, and the final one is Tol Nirnaeth, which is the Tears, the Island of Lamentation. Now, in the center of these islands, there appears to be depicted a smaller island, one that is minute in size compared to the others, but this one has a shroud surrounding it carved into the stone, which appears to be like a twisted Celtic knot of smoke, or a circle of some sort. You may now read this last section, Dabbledob.
So he used his magic one last time to summon Angband.
Angband.
The iron prison, where his child would be locked away and its power hidden from the world.
We're gonna go murder a kid.
Fuck it, he couldn't do it, so we gotta.
We're the heroes.
So, in a different scrawling text, and this time at the base, near the right-hand side of the entrance where you entered this chamber, there appears to be a second set of scrawling text. Possibly written after the time that the original text was written, you're not sure, but it appears to be the same in Ancient Elvish. You can read this for the group, Dabbledob.
It says,
Well, you said
fuck
5
off, don't come here.
sections.
It is 5 sections, and then there's just this small...
Little other section. Secret section.
Part 2.
Should the iron prison need to be opened, collect fragment of the shattered moon, the hurled rock, and the tears of lamentation to enter the cursed place. Begin where this sacred light was shattered and fell to the earth, then the stone that shattered it upon the tallest peak. Finally, find the tears of the father, for even now they shimmer on the island of sorrows. The 3 are needed. They open the door. Beware what lies inside.
Fantastic. Dabbledob Doppet, I'm going to hand you 2,000 experience points.
For my dyslexic reading.
I think we can all agree, and I think you did a fantastic job.
Thank you.
So Amara points to the ancient script, which must have been written later or at a different time, and she says, "This must be where the eggs are hidden. Someone didn't want them found. The mage of that ancient elvish queen, so perhaps he gathered the pieces and hid them there."
Smart thinking, Amara. You're so smart.
You're so smart.
What'd you say, Gregory? I hear you mumbling over there.
So that's smart thinking. Yeah, let's do that. Yeah.
That's what you said.
Wait, so
Okay, so
she thinks
we need to reread the part that says where we find these 3 objects to open the door.
one was on the Island of Tears, or whatever, the Tear Island.
Yeah, of
Sorrow.
laminating.
The lamination island.
Lamination and plastic
Which is
island.
fantastic because then the tears just rolled off the island.
That's why they laminated it. They didn't want shit to get soggy.
So Dabbledob, would you like to read the last portion for your friends? Maybe scribe it down somewhere so that you guys can refer to it later?
Nah.
For sure. So the last section, from the beginning.
From the top. Round 2. You know what? Do the whole thing over again. All 6 sections.
There's more than
7.
No, it's 5 in a sneaky one.
Should the iron prison need to be opened, collect a fragment of the shattered moon, the hurled rock, and the tears of lamentation to enter the cursed place. Begin where the sacred light was shattered and fell to earth. Then find the stone that shattered it upon the tallest peak. And finally, find the tears of the Father, for even now they shimmer on the island of sorrows.
So I think we need to split up then.
That's it.
What a great plan.
When has that ever been the answer?
There's 3 islands, and we can pair up into groups of 2.
And then 1.
And then we meet up.
And then 1 person on their own.
No. Fievel has Chomper.
No, you're right.
And 1,000,000 wolves, or whatever the fuck he conjures.
And flies.
So 3 places.
Yeah. So where the sacred light was shattered and fell to earth, then find the stone that shattered it on the tallest peak, and then find the tears of the Father, for even now they shimmer on the island of sorrows.
Okay, well, since the roof is broken, part of me thinks it's right here where it started, but maybe that's too easy.
Maybe it's too easy.
I love it when you think out loud. Fantastic. You should only do that from now on. Part of me thinks that this whole elaborate riddle was meant for us to find this tree right in the center here.
Yes.
So is that are we splitting up?
No, we're here. Let's just start with you.
Oh
and work our
my
way
god,
around.
you pussies.
You go.
Okay.
Yeah.
You go check out the tree.
So you can investigate the tree.
Yeah.
It appears that this tree is petrified, so has over time.
Don't worry, buddy. It'll be okay.
Plus 200 experience points.
Dabbledob, give it life.
The tree has calcified, been mineralized, and turned to stone over time. Thus is why it has this shimmering topaz yellow.
Break it.
Yeah, rip the roots out of the well.
Call it names.
I believe in you.
You ugly tree, you.
So Amara says, perhaps we should begin where it says to collect the fragment of the shattered moon.
Yeah, great idea. Yeah. Where is that?
So she looks around and then looks to the final depiction of all the islands together. Well, Dabbledob, come over here.
Okay.
The names of the islands, what are they?
Like in
Elvish and then in English.
We went through
In
this.
common.
We went through this, but I don't have it written down on my new sheets.
There's
Maybe you
there
can
half,
write it down.
there's the half moon one, isn't there?
So the islands are Tol Adar, the father,
The Father.
Tol Gond, the rock, Tol Nirnaeth, the island of tears, and Tol Curon, the crescent island.
Yeah,
with
the
Tol
crescent moon.
Angband, the iron prison being in the center.
Okay, so the crescent, then the rock, then laminations, and then the prison.
And then the prison.
We could save
Fantastic.
time by
That
going
we-
to 3 of them at the same time.
You could
That's not
also
how time saving works.
die.
It's a risk I'm willing to take.
Okay, Lord Farquaad. some
Some of you may die.
but it is a risk
But it is-
I am willing to take.
I'll be on the boat.
Plus 200 experience points, Farquaad.
Let's take it to a vote. All in favor of splitting up, raise their hand.
You're an idiot.
I'll assume that's everyone.
Amara keeps her hand down.
I have 4 hands. We could outbeat them, Tyson.
Then go.
One vote.
Yeah, one hand
Doesn't matter how
per
many hands.
person.
Damn it.
We do not like separating.
It's either we split up or we don't go.
Yeah.
That's it, we're not going then. Turn this ship around.
You remember how heavy the air is out there? You'll never be able to stop me.
Wait, what?
I'll be able to move through it fine, and you'll be stuck huffing and puffing in my freaking dust. What was confusing about that?
All of it was confusing.
But I have to say, while I enjoy the intent, I'm not sure I grasped the full meaning.
Of what?
He's saying, if we don't go together, we're not going.
Mm-hmm. And you're saying
And I'm saying, try and stop me
from going on your own?
from going with the people who are ready to do this quest.
I understand.
Tyson, let's go.
Let's go. It's figured out.
No.
How about, as a mediator here, I give the floor to each of you. Each of you has 1.5 minutes to make your case about whether or not you should be going as a group or whether you should be splitting up.
God, this is a debate club.
We will start with the opposition. Tyson Mckay and Fievel. Whoever wants to speak can speak. Your time is going to begin now.
You wanted to take a vote. It's 3-2.
Whoa.
We're going.
Team leader, go.
What the hell is this? She's talking in our time.
Stop. We're resetting. Also, yes, you took a vote and then they said they weren't going to honor the vote. I'm giving you guys a chance to talk it out as a team. I'm trying to mediate
I have
the
2 lines,
discrepancy.
and then go.
We're going to start with Tyson Mckay. He's got 1.5 minutes if he chooses. Go.
Alright, every season, Noah has split us up at one point. I think, why not this time too? So I ask you, fellow Americans, if not now, then when?
You're an idiot.
Okay, that's 17 seconds.
That's all I needed, baby.
That's all I needed, baby.
Anything from Fievel? I mean, you truly have more than 1 minute left.
You know, the air's pretty thick around here, and all of us breathing in this good quality air, I'm afraid being in a big group, we're just all going to die.
So we might as well die together.
Okay, yeah, that was less convincing than
That's-
I thought it was gonna be. All right, and now to the pro side, the sticking together side.
I mean, that was an absolute shit argument. Like, I think they just lose.
What?
No.
Well, then beat them. Well, then beat them. Start in 3, 2, and go.
Alrighty, I just want to put this out there that we are stronger together, and if we work as a team, then
That's not
maybe
true.
we can get farther. Yes, that will take more time, but I don't think we have all the time in the world, do we not?
Okay.
So, and splitting up, you know what? You're all gonna die. So, if you want to go, go.
And Greg Rock?
It's way easier to stick together. If we split up and some people get lost, and we're going to get lost trying to find you.
Counter argument.
Yeah.
No.
Roasted.
Okay, Amara has heard both sides, and there's no doubt she's leaning towards the side of reason, which is sticking together.
Oh my god. Alright, Cry Me a River, let's go. All together. Hold hands.
I agree with
Are we holding hands?
Yes,
No.
we are holding hands.
Tyson, you know, when I was locked out of the gate a long time ago, though it seemed like I had a successful journey on my own, I really didn't. I missed the crew, and, you know, it's just nice to have people around again.
Shut up, you killed your toad or whatever happened. You never told
Shut up,
us.
you don't know what I did to him.
Okay,
I
so
bathed
looks
in
like
his
Fievel-
blood. Like, what
Okay,
up?
Jesus. So where is it that you guys would like to go? What is it you would like to do?
Well, do we want to drag Ari around with us? He said that was the easiest one to make landfall on, right? Maybe we should just leave him there.
It's the easiest one.
Like where he is.
Yeah.
Where
Yeah.
he's currently parked.
Yeah.
Maybe we should just leave him there and we'll take Chomper and Dabbled Up and Fly Me.
Sure.
What? I fly you?
But you have the spell called Fly?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so you can fly me.
Why doesn't Chomper just make...
Just Chomper can't do all of us at once. And Tyson's clearly worried about the timeline here.
So where is it that you guys are headed? Where are you walking to?
Back out?
Well, hold on. Let's take a quick peek at this map so we know which direction the island that we're going to is in.
Don't we already have a map of the islands?
You do. And it is east. Directly east.
Great, we're going that way.
Eastbound!
So you guys are going to just hike east on Tolador? Or are you going to hike back down to the beach? What is it that you want to do?
Is there a clearing for Fiel to call Chomper?
Yes, this very large, like the tops of the ruins, the peaks of these towers and structures do break through the canopy, so you guys could climb your way up to the top of one of them, get onto Chomper, and fly from there.
Is everybody down for that?
Yeah, let's go.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
All right, so you'll have to hike back out of the temple through that very long, narrow corridor, and then you'll have to climb up to one of the tip tops of the peaks, which kind of rise above the tree canopy. So in walking out of the long arched tunnel, you eventually find your way back to the entrance of the temple, where the buzzing and vibration sounds become larger and louder again, where the thrumming of energy appears to be more forceful, and where colors meld together and matter seems to weave intertwined.
Should I offer for Amara to ride on my other shoulder so she doesn't have to walk through this sludgy air?
You do you.
I will offer.
Okay, so she looks at you and she says, "Thank you, but I can manage."
Oh, she's so tough.
She's so tough.
Okay, you guys are climbing to the top of the temple.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so climbing over large boulders of stone, large worked pieces of stone and fallen columns, you eventually make your way on top of the archway that you guys walked along. Continuing to walk along that in the same direction as you walk to get to that chamber with the tree inside, you eventually make your way to the edges of that domed chamber where the center has fallen through. You can continue to hike up and past that domed, fallen in or caved in chamber and make your way to what appears to be the remnants of an old tower. This tower does have an arched entrance and a staircase with missing stone steps that are cylindrical and worked into the walls of the tower. You can walk your way up to the top of that tower. It does appear to break through the tree canopy. And as you guys march up it, you will find that the top has been knocked off. So it comes to a plateau.
Perfect for dragon mounting.
So the team is at the top of this tower, and what is it that we would like to do?
I call upon Chomper.
So Chomper rockets down towards the tower, hovers for moments before gripping it, the sides of it, and clinging to the tower. Some stones fall and seem to break and shatter under his weight, but the tower does hold him.
Close call.
So how many can he hold? Can he hold everyone but me and Dabbledog?
So you can hold 3, not uncomfortably at a time.
Yeah, so Fievel, Tyson, and Amar.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, perfect.
More if Fievel was smaller, but I mean, that ship is sailed.
So you guys climb on, and Dabbledog and I will fly.
Okay, so you're casting Fly onto Gregrock?
Yes, I am.
And then you're just hanging on to him.
Yes, I am.
Fantastic, alright.
Like a cloak in the wind.
Like Iron Man and his small midget friend. Alright.
Iron Man and the shoulder cannon from Iron Man 1. That's what he is. He's my shoulder glass cannon.
That is super fun. I'm going to hand 200 for that. With everyone mounted onto Chomper's back, and correct me if I'm wrong here, Fievel, the only 2 heads of the Drake that still exist?
Yep.
Chomper launches himself off of the tower, large boulders falling down and crumbling below, turns in the air, rotating, and then flares his wings and glides down eastward, down the large sloping mountains of Tol Adar.
I'll look to Dabbledog and say, it's so messy as we just float away.
Are you vertical, horizontal? Are you Supermaning? Or are you...
We're horizontal.
I'm Dr. Stranging it.
Okay. Right, Dr. Strange. And you follow the large drake through the air. For discerning the story of Tol Adar and the Cobalt Isles, in addition to forming the plan of attack and what to do, how to get to Angband and open the prison, you are each going to receive 1,200 experience points. Woo! So, descending down the large sloping mountains of Tol Adar, you can in the distance see the looming shadowy isles which surround it. As you head ever eastward, Tol Adar eventually becomes a plateau and levels out with deep forests whose beneath the tree canopies you cannot see underneath. As you head towards Tol Curon, the Crescent Island, you can see its looming figure. It is not as mountainous as Tol Adar is, or as Tol Gond is, which you guys passed on your way here, but rather appears quite desolate. And as you approach across the ocean, which separates it no more than about 1 kilometer of distance in total, you notice that the flora and fauna appear much different here. There is not dense, lush forest, but rather what appears to be an all-encompassing bog or swamp. The trees, most of which are dead, kind of tilt in dead air, without wind or without movement at all. And as you approach the island ever closer, the fog peels back, and you can see what appears to be almost a perfect shape of a crescent. Okay, the northern parts of the island do have some mountainous ranges, but the southern parts are nearly flat, and like a presence of heat almost seems to rise off of the island like warm and moist air. It does have a foul smell, And as you, I imagine, circle the island and take a look around, you do notice near the center of it what appears to be a large depression, a crater of sorts, which seems to start nearly a kilometer in on each side of the island and dip down and deep into the earth.
Yeah, I'd say that's probably where we're going, boys.
Yeah, probably. That's a good assumption.
To the hole.
Okay. Dabbledob and Gregory are going to begin their dive down towards the hole.
Dive.
Are you going to be diving straight to the center of it, or are you going to be diving to the edge of it?
Like a missile, right to the center.
Like a missile.
I need to know how real that statement is.
No, we're diving.
Diving to the edge of it, stopping and walking, or where are you going to land?
Well, what do we see as we approach?
This crater appears to be muck, slime, bog. There are some trees which are mostly fallen over, but the ground appears to be quite damp. There appear to be cesspools of filth and grime, and it does have an incline of about 30 degrees at first, and then continues to incline deeper into what appears to be a pit of sorts. The center of which, as you fly over it from height, appears to descend down below the earth.
Was it just like a hole going deeper?
Correct, yeah.
How big is the hole in the middle? Like how
The hole in the
wide?
middle is nearly 10 feet across.
So, I don't know, maybe land near the edge of the hole. I don't want to walk through too much muss and cesspool.
Mm-hmm.
I heard you got a cesspool on my shoulder.
Right.
Yeah.
And we have a smoother landing than them.
Yeah.
What is it that Team Drake would like to do?
Oh, follow team leader into the crater.
Team leader, this is Team Drake, following your approach. Okay. Chomper lands beside Dabbledob and beside Gregory, thudding down into the mud. He rears his head back and looks at you, Fievel, his eyes catching yours for a moment but remains silent, and then kind of dips his wing down to allow you to get off.
Is that code for he's pissed about getting his boots wet?
No, I think that's code that I don't know if you know what you're getting into kind of thing.
So what's on your mind, champ?
So he says, "Once again you go into a hole I cannot follow. I do not like the smell here."
I'm going to shoot a couple fireballs down there, see what you stir up.
I got my fire breath. I can do it.
I just wanted to get the Drake involved, okay?
The air smells foul.
Dead?
Dabbledob's been crop dusting as we flew around. Holy shit. You don't want to smell this
It's
guy
the
after
hardcore marijuana that did it, man.
after a night of terrors. Woo-wee! Let me tell you.
Amara hops down off of Chomper, and Tyson, what is it that you would like to do?
Yeah, I'll just hop off too.
So the team is standing at the edge of a pit, which descends down into darkness, and that darkness appears magical. No light can penetrate it, and no sight can penetrate it either.
Fantastic.
Nothing like a good black hole. Let's hop in.
Shall we keep on?
So we can't tell how deep it is, how far down, or nothing like that.
You cannot.
It was just a hole?
Yeah, it's just a hole with magical darkness.
I got a spell.
Oh, now you have a spell?
Had to go through them all.
Yeah, I was gonna say he's got a big book.
Will true seeing see through it?
He just got his eyes back, and then we're going into magical darkness, and he's going to be the only one who can see, and we all can't. And this is a great role reversal.
Oh, man.
I love this bit.
Yes, so true sight will work, my friend.
Okay.
Can you share some of that true love with me, or what?
No, it's
Nope.
just one.
Straight up,
No, I can, but I won't. I'm still upset at all of you for not breaking the party up.
I cast true sight on myself.
Tyson Mckay, the planeswalker extraordinaire who just received his eyes back due to regeneration, is going to cast True Sight on himself, which will allow him to see through magical darkness.
I can
True
also
sight.
see into the ethereal plane?
Ethereal, but yes.
Ethereal, whatever.
You can see into the ethereal plane. Tyson Mckay, it takes a few moments as you blink your eyes when suddenly your vision alters and changes, something that you're not altogether unfamiliar with. The magical darkness in front of you appears like no more than a translucent shroud, seeing through the magic easily. The pit that you are on the edge of appears to drop down nearly 80 feet,
Oh, God.
and below appears to be a partially water-filled, though the water is a strong word here. It's more like bog and swamp water. The magical darkness that you see through allows you to see what appear to be thousands of scattered bones, bits of carcasses, and other types of detritus which have fallen into the pit.
That's fantastic.
Oh. Guys, it's only like a 10-foot jump.
We're only a deception check.
Then jump.
And there's nothing down there but fluffy bunnies and marshmallows.
That is a 25.
I believe that.
Wow.
I have a very high charisma.
Yeah, so I mean, he sounds like he's telling you guys the truth. It's only 10 feet. So Amara looks to you, Tyson. She says, "We'll follow your lead. You can see after all."
How big is it down there? What's this? How big is what's going on down there? Tell us what you see.
It looks like some water at the bottom, with some bones.
Bones.
Mm-hmm.
How big is it?
You can't see the width very easily. It's greater than 60 feet, though. You're aware of that. It appears to be quite a large, bulbous-looking pit.
Yeah, so I say, okay, follow my lead, and I take a jump.
Okay, Tyson Mckay.
I cast my boots or whatever.
Wow, your boots of levitation. Fantastic. So you do lightly levitate down to the ground. And you are now at the base of the pit. Amara calls down to you and says, "Are you okay down there?"
I rise up 70 feet. Yes.
Plus 300 experience points.
Fuck this game.
For comedy genius. Okay. He's very upset that, you guys didn't want to split up the party. Now he's going to split up the party permanently with that. Okay. So Amara looks to the others and she says, "I'll go next."
Oh my god. Don't do it. I don't trust this guy. Is there anything to tie a rope onto?
There are dead logs around.
Do any of them look like they're big enough to hold our weight?
Yeah, some of them look like maybe not yours, but mostly everyone else's. Yeah.
Oh, excellent! Yeah, that's
we're like 300 pounds.
Yeah,
350 pounds.
400 pounds.
Yeah.
You guys coming?
Could I slap a couple of them together?
Yeah, as you mentioned this, she does. Well, I don't know if you'd slap a couple of them. Well, yeah, the nearest log is about 20 feet from the hole, so 20 feet. I mean, one rope would technically do it based on your knowledge of how deep the hole is, quote unquote.
Yeah. I want to tie it to the closest thing to the hole opening that will hold our body weight.
Okay. So then Amara looks to you, Gregor, and she says, "Smart thinking."
Yeah. So I've got 50 feet of rope. Let's see how much we need, guys.
So Amara descends down into the hole, but then eventually, you hear her call out, "The darkness is only for the first 20 feet.
Oh, lovely.
Okay. Then she is below the darkness. She says, "The floor is much further below. I'll have to come up and we'll have to attach more rope."
Oh dear. Tyson, you lying scum. Who's got more rope?
She's on it.
No, I pull her in the rope up.
Who does it first?
Technically, he said he was going to cut the rope first. Is that something that you want to do, Tyson?
Kinda.
Oh my god. If you kill Amara, you will disgrace the memory of Rotor.
I've already done that.
She works for that headhunter. Without her, there's no guide to, keep us under some short leashes. We could do whatever the fuck we want.
You're right.
No, we haven't seen her sexy fighting yet.
Yeah, I need to see her sexy fighting.
Come on, the fans want this.
Well, I'm sure if she doesn't die, then whatever's down there, she'll fight it, and we could just watch from upstairs.
Yeah, she's only falling 30 feet.
Well, 20 feet away.
Oh, that is
Yeah,
closest
so
to
she's
20
going 30 feet down.
She's falling 50 feet.
Can I support her with my my boots or whatever?
Yeah, I mean, you can carry her with your boots of levitation. Like, you could hold onto her and levitate down to the ground, holding her.
Okay, I do it quickly.
Okay. So, Tyson, you levitate up, and Amara grabs around your neck and holds onto you as you levitate her down to the ground. Not like that, like her.
I know.
Just choking them out. You bitch, you lied to us.
She does, as you're descending.
You tried to kill us.
Why would you lie about that? On the walk, you said that you were helping your brothers, that you didn't need to be here. Any one of them could have jumped at the sound of 10 feet deep. And you could have killed them.
The group is getting torn apart here.
So, you're now at the base of the pit with Amara. What is it that anyone else would like to do?
I'm going to look at the existing men. It's just me, Dabble Dub, and Fievel, right?
Mm-hmm.
Does anybody have some more rope?
They also don't know where Amara went, right?
Well, I mean, they know she's not on the rope anymore. They can just have no weight on the end of it.
Amara, are you dead?
She calls up and she says, "It's much
Yes.
deeper down here."
Yes. Okay, we need more rope, guys. Who's got more rope? Nobody else has their OG pack with some rope on them.
Feel does.
I was gonna say, somebody should have had some rope.
I'm a wizard.
I know you. I didn't
Yeah,
expect
but
you
you
to
guys fly down. You don't need this.
I say the rope is mine.
Yeah, well, can you please help us by giving... I will give the rope back.
Technically, fly is still active on you.
Screw it, Dabble Dabble and I are flying down.
Okay, so you guys fly down to the...
I'll untie my rope. Fuck this shit.
Okay, you
I'm keeping my rope with me.
Nice, and
Clearly the only one that freaking has stuff to use here.
you fly down.
Yes.
Travel, that just leaves you at the top.
Samesies, just fly down.
Okay.
Samesies.
You are all now in the base of the pit on Tol Kiron, the island of the Crescent. At the base of this pit, you have passed through the magical darkness and are now in just a completely dark area. It's not magical darkness, but nonetheless, pretty much everyone here can see in the dark
vision,
now.
yeah.
Amara's eyes glow bright blue, and she can see in the dark as well.
Oh,
That's hot.
yeah, that's...
Okay.
Oh, wow.
The floor is littered with bones. What seem to be snapped in some places, small little bite marks and incisions on the bones as well, as though they have been scraped clean, and pits of filthy and pest-ridden water lie about the cavern.
Small bones, big bones,
Small and large.
large bite marks, little bite marks.
Large bite marks.
Okay, so something large.
And in charge.
Does it all look like the same bite mark on all the bones, or does it look like multiple creatures?
You can investigate if you want, Roman.
Yeah, I want to look around, Yeah, that's like a 18.
Okay. They appear to be the same style of bites. Large, deep incisions, scrapes of the bones.
Okay, so
both horizontal and lateral.
probably one thing.
The pit that you find yourselves in is nearly 40 feet in radius, so nearly 80 feet wide.
Perfect.
And at the opposite end to you, so you guys are in the center of this pit, nearly 40 feet away, there is what appears to be the mouth of a smaller cave or hole or pit. In front of that pit, you see underneath bodies of creatures slain, underneath moss and peat and wood and decaying detritus, a faint shimmering light underneath.
Is it blue?
It is not the same blue as No, it is a pale white light. Bluish in terms of an aura, but very much white light.
Okay.
So we're fighting Val Hazak.
Plus 500 experience points. Love the Monster Hunter reference.
God, you're lighting it up, baby.
What can I say? He plays all these video games, and I just have to walk by and be like, I see the inspiration right there.
Who wants to grab it? Because I feel like through each one that we go through, someone should grab it. So, like, Fievel, you take this one, and then Gregrock, you take the next one, and...
So you're saying that to the group?
Yeah.
Okay. So as you speak, your voice echoes through the chamber, and you hear
Wake the beast. Good job.
a skittering sound.
Whatever. We're gonna fucking...
Clicking, that is rapid,
We could have snuck up on it.
from the mouth of that smaller hole. And by smaller, it's nearly 20 feet in width.
I fly up.
Okay, you're levitating up and out.
No, like 20 feet or whatever.
So you raise yourself off of the ground. Amara slowly draws her short sword and then draws her hunting and carving blade as well, and kind of gets into a readied stance.
I draw weapons.
Same.
Axe and
Neat
shield.
wand.
Fievel, Tyson, drawing anything, or?
Yeah, take out the spear and I'll fly up 20 feet as well.
Okay.
You guys are bitches.
Your wings are flapping though, right, Fievel? You're not just hovering?
Oh, fine. I'll stay on the ground for now then.
Okay. And what is it that you would all like to do?
I'm gonna fly beside the opening.
Mm-hmm.
I have to
Not
do
in
that
front of
for-
it.
I have to do that for you, though.
Oh, I thought I was in control.
No, if you cast fly on him, he's in control of himself. You just imbued him with the ability to fly.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just gonna fly over there and land near this, beside, like not directly in front of the opening, but beside it.
Yeah. You have no sense of smell as a Warforged, but the smell is revolting.
Yeah, I figured.
Fantastic. Okay, well, let's...
And I kind of just peek in. What do I see?
Roll me a perception check, please.
Oh boy, this would be the worst one I've ever done. That's a 7.
Okay, it is dark, and you peek really quickly, but you do not spot anything. Just a dark hole.
Yeah, I'm gonna try again. This was a shit dice. Okay. That's 9.
So you peek your head back around, and staring at you, face to face, is the deformed face of what was once potentially a human, or at least a humanoid, you're not sure. It is upside down, gripping onto the ceiling of this cave.
Oh my god.
Wait, how far back?
It is 4 feet from you. It's staring you in the face. You looked, there was nothing there. You look back, and it's staring at you.
Oh,
okay?
Cool. Yeah.
The face is emaciated and deformed, and the body of the creature behind it is massive. It has multiple long arms, almost like an arachnid, but they are pierced at the end, and it has flared bits of chitin and other kinds of insectoid parts. Its rib cage seems to almost stick outside of its body, and chitin seems to be underneath that. It has these long, hard pincers on its face, and the eyes, which are decayed and dying, stare at you, empty. Clicks twice, and then charges. And we are into combat. Can I get some initiatives, please?
I pull my head back and watch it blow by.
We'll see if you do.
16.
17.
I hate you.
Dabbledog, Gregory?
5.
15.
15. Okay. Amara has a 12, which puts our large insectoid friend going first with a 21. The skittering horror rushes forward, biting furiously towards you. Gregrock is going to make one attack with its bite.
At disadvantage.
Because you can see it?
Yep.
Correct. So it will hit you with its bite, dealing 23 piercing damage to you at that moment. Okay? So you back off as it rushes itself out of the cavern. It is huge. So as large as Chomper is, and even more deformed than any creature you have seen before. The face, with what was once possibly humanoid, has been altered through dark magics and through sick rituals. It has a centipede-like body with these large pincers, and its back is hard and chitinous, armored and protected. So being the size and weight that it is, it rushes forward, and you're going to need to roll a strength saving throw to see if it tramples you and therefore runs over you.
Yes. That would be 23.
Okay, so you save the saving throw, and the creature pushing you out of the way as it rushes past you. Your feet slide in the muck, but you remain standing. It does not turn back for you, though, but rather continues to run, skittering its way into the center of this pit. It then chooses to focus on one creature in front of it. Choosing Tyson, it will use Maddening Presence on Tyson Mckay, trying to horrify and terrify him. Tyson, I'm going to need a wisdom saving throw, please.
17 plus 2.
You succeed the wisdom saving throw, and Tyson Mckay, you can write down that you're now immune to the maddening presence of the horror for the next 24 hours. So you've succeeded the saving throw.
Nice.
However, the creature is not done with you yet. It is going to use 2 claw attacks on you, particularly. It's going to attack first with 19.
I'm going to tell you, no, it's probably going to hit everything.
Okay, so 2 of its attacks definitely hit then, one with a 19, one with a 27, and it is going to deal...
misses.
And it is going to deal 35 damage. The second will be 13 damage.
Sunbeam. Fucking sunbeam.
The creature is going to let out an ear-piercing shriek, the eyes in its head rolling madly, as it seems to be incoherent in its attack strategy, but rather just horrifying and viciously attacking with overwhelming force. So, Gregory, the creature's back end is about 10 feet from you, where you currently stand. It currently has Tyson Mckay right in front of it. Amara is to Tyson's left, Fievel to Amara's left, and we are going to start things off with Tyson Mckay. Tyson, the creature is right in front of you, looming over you, its maddened face staring at you, its eyes rolling, but somehow focused on you.
Alright.
Show it a mirror. Maybe it'll turn to concrete.
It's not Medusa.
No, I'm pretty sure it is. It's our ugly cousin.
So I'm going to do immolation on it.
Can you describe to our listeners what immolation does?
Screw the listeners. Describe to me what it does.
Flames wreath one creature you can see within range. You must make a dex saving throw or take 7d6 flat fire damage.
Okay, so 17 plus its dexterity brings it to a cool 20.
Yeah, it succeeds, but it takes half damage. So it takes 21 damage.
Fantastic. Thank you very much.
I'd also like to fly up more.
Okay, so how high in the sky would you like to be?
I'll move my full 30 feet, I think.
Okay. If you were 20 feet in the air before, they'll put you at 50 feet, and that is 10 feet from the ceiling of darkness which looms above the cavern.
Cool.
Fantastic. We are now moving things along to Fievel Mazentrov. Fievel, you've got your Centurion Spear in one hand, and this large creature sitting up at 20 feet from you, with Tyson Mckay fleeing upwards and away from it.
Say, pick on someone your own size, and I hit him with a breath attack.
Okay, Amara is in the way. You can aim upwards to avoid her, so that you can hit more so its torso and chest, but if you aim towards its body, its legs, you're going to possibly hit Amara. So.
That's a risk I'm willing to take. No, I'll aim.
Plus 200 experience points.
I'll aim for the chest area, so I don't hit her.
Okay, it is making a dexterity saving throw. With a natural 20 plus its dexterity, it will take half damage.
It's 21 lightning damage.
21 lightning damage. Thank you very much, sir. I appreciate it. And we are... Anything else we'd like to do on our turn? Move.
Can I hide in the pile of bones?
Hide would be an action. So no.
Alright, yeah, I'll move 25 feet away from it.
Okay, that puts you right up against the cavern wall at the current moment. Okay, and moving things right along, we are on to Gragrock the Destroyer with initiative roll of 15. Yes. Gragrock, you are currently 10 feet from the hindquarters of the centipede-like body of the horror. What is it that you would like to do?
Hack and slash.
Is it like centipede-like it's got a ton of legs?
You're correct.
Let's take some of these bad boys off.
Alright, roll me some D20s, my friend.
Alright.
And you've got your shield out?
I do have my shield out, yeah. Okay, that is a 19, which is a crit for me.
Fantastic, that's great. You do hit.
Beautiful.
Yeah. And that is an 11.
Okay, so the 19 hits, the 11 does not. So roll me your damage, you did crit, and we will keep track of slime points as well, correct?
Yes, well, as long as it fails the roll.
Right, so at the end of each of its turns.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it gains 1 slime point per hit.
I believe so.
Fantastic.
Oh, that was a shit.
God damn it, man.
Okay, that is 6 damage. Almost there, boys, don't worry.
Okay, Gragrock the Destroyer showed up to play. We are moving things along to Amara. Amara is going to run and leap onto the back of the skittering horror. She is going to make an acrobatics check. And with an 18, she lands adeptly, sinking her carving knife into the creature's back. It's not an attack, just a stabilizing move. She will deal some damage, though, and she will deal 4 damage to the creature's back. Woo! She is then going to run to the arch in its back, where it begins to obviously go from a centipede-like body up into a torso, which is vertical, and she's going to make 2 deep stabs with her short sword. The first one, however, is a miss. The second one, the sword actually breaks upon the hard chitin exterior of the creature's body.
Fantastic.
She looks at the hilt, throws it away in disgust, and then grips the sides of its body so that it obviously doesn't knock her or roll her off. That's where she'll remain for her turn. Alright, we are now moving things right along to our favorite spellcaster of the group, JK. JK Tyson.
Come on.
And we are on to Dabble Dab Dop It.
I'm about to light this guy up like a goddamn Christmas tree. I'm 60 feet from him. I'm going to use Cone of Cold, and I'm going to overchannel that, so that will be 72 damage.
Okay. So you're going to overchannel Cone of Cold, dealing a toasty
72 damage.
72 damage. Fantastic.
Just like that. Love it. And then I can use Sunbeam first. Okay. I just figured I gotta use level 5, because overchannel only works for level 5. So, might as well get that out of the way and we're good.
Alright, Dabble Dab, anything else you'd like to do on your turn? You're currently 20 feet from the creature.
Tickle its belly. Maybe it just needs some love.
I don't know. Who's closest to me?
That would be Tyson, but he's up in the air, so he's not technically the closest. Amara is technically the closest on his back. And then Fievel's across the way. He's moved to a distance of nearly 50 feet from the creature.
Alright. I want to back away, but yet not corner myself.
Sure. So you want to back away towards Fievel?
Yeah.
Okay, so you can move 25 feet?
Yeah.
Get away from me.
We are on to the skittering horror. It is going to turn its maddening and piercing gaze of its dead eyes towards Dabble Dab Dop It. Dabble Dab, I'm going to need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
This is the only problem with that overchannel. They immediately just, oh fuck.
And what do we have there?
Do you want to use a point, maybe?
I don't have any, so...
Okay.
Do you want to borrow a point, maybe?
No, I did my damage, and that will be a 6.
So Dabbledob Doppet is currently paralyzed.
It's not fair because he's just went through a horrible round of night terrors. You know, the guy's already scared.
Plus, he was paralyzed on the last island we were on.
So, paralyzing Dabbledob Doppet, the creature then turns very viciously, so almost bending its body completely in half, turns towards Gregrock, who chops at its leg. Okay?
Paralyzed, no damage. We're good, boys.
It is
a good place for me to be.
Going to make 2 claw attacks and then a fierce bite attack, bashing its head down into the ground to attack.
I'll let this.
And the first attack is an 18.
Yes.
And the second attack is a 20.
Yes.
Okay. The bite is its third and final attack. And unfortunately, it is going to roll a critical failure. So you are going to dodge expertly out of the way as it bashes its head into the ground beside you, and you can do an overhead axe slash on the back of its head.
Absolutely.
I'm going to give you advantage on the attack roll.
Sweet. Is that going to build a slime point as well?
Correct. It's an attack.
Sweet. That's a 22.
Fantastic. That is absolutely a strike. So into the back of the creature's neck, your axe slime embeds itself and then rips out, with chitin obviously exposed. It raises its head up and screeches, and it is going to use one of its bonus actions. It is going to roll to the side, so trying to both crush you and Amara, who is on its back.
Oh, God.
Amara will be at disadvantage for the dexterity saving throw, but it will be a dexterity saving throw from you as well, because she's on its back. Amara is crushed by the creature with a nat 1.
Oh my god.
Oh.
And her body is broken in several places and lying on the ground.
That's not good. Sorry, I'm smiling because I got a nat 20.
Okay, so you do succeed and get out of the way of the roll. However, you still will take damage from the creature. You just don't get completely out of the way. You're still hit by part of its attack.
Okay. Pretty sure I have a feat that says I don't take damage.
I'm pretty sure I have a feat that says I don't take fucking damage.
When you are subject to an area of effect attack that allows you to make a dexterity saving throw, take only half damage. You instead take no damage if you succeed.
Fantastic. Great. So as a weapons master, you take 0 damage.
Fucking great.
But a nat 20, like nothing?
But nat 20s don't matter on saving throws.
So disappointing.
So I just hate it.
So disappointing.
We are moving things right along to Tyson Mckay. Tyson, the creature's back is currently to you. Amara is on the ground, body broken, still up, and like in terms of health points, still alive, but endangered for sure. What is it that you would like to do?
Do something.
I know. I just don't know whether I get her back up or.
No, she's alive. She's not down. She's just severely injured.
But I mean,
She
like
just
fix
hurt.
her. You know what I mean?
Do you have healing? I thought you didn't have any healing.
I do.
Oh, you
as
just
his last
got it.
turn, but
Yeah, right. Just regenerator.
Yeah, fuck it. We'll try and
know.
kill it and figure that out.
Attack. She's near me. Worst case, I can dump a potion down her throat.
I'm gonna use Finger of Death, my level 7 spell.
Damn.
Okay.
I have a question about that because I was going to do that as well.
Mm-hmm.
You said it had a humanoid face.
Mm-hmm.
If it dies with that spell, it becomes a zombie under our command, but it has a humanoid face.
Correct.
Just wanted to
It's been
clarify that.
mutated far past humanoid.
Yeah.
Okay. So Finger of Death is making a Constitution saving throw.
Yes.
Luckily, that's like his whole bit.
Damn it.
Yeah. So he's rocking a cool 24 on that bad boy.
Alright, yeah. He succeeds, but he still takes 34 damage.
Fantastic. Tyson, would you like to hang out where you are? Stay where you are? Anything else you'd like to do?
Am I in hitting distance of it?
Not currently, but that can change very fast.
It's got a million legs. You know, picture Fievel's speed on crack.
Plus 200 experience points.
Yeah, I'll just stay where I am, I guess.
Okay, we are now on to Fievel Mazentrov. Fievel, what is it you would like to do?
How close am I to Dabbledob?
You are currently 30 feet from Dabbledob.
Let's move my full speed to him, and I will use Lesser Restoration on him to get rid of that paralyze.
Fantastic. Dabbledob, you are now freed from your paralysis.
You're an animal.
Freed from desire.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Fievel loved the gameplay. Absolutely super cool. Now, what is it that you would like to do now?
Tell him you're obviously the glass cannon here, so, just keep firing those awesome spells at him, and I'll try and keep us both alive.
Let's go, baby, let's go.
Okay, we are
There's
now
high five, and pretty much all I could do, right?
That's pretty much all I can do.
Fantastic. We are now on to Gregrock, the Destroyer. Gregrock, at the end of your turn, he's going to roll for slime points.
Awesome.
So, what is it that you'd like to do?
I'm going to try and stack a couple more on this motherfucker.
All right. Fantastic. Roll me some D20s, please.
All right. That is a 20, not nat,
That is a hit.
and a 22.
Fantastic. Both hits. The creature's going to gain 2 more slime points and damage, of course, from your axe.
That is 24 damage.
Okay, fantastic. The creature is going to roll against the slime points of Gregory's legendary axe. He does beat it with a 9, so just one above, which you needed for the 8.
Almost, guys, almost.
That's okay, though. Next time, perhaps. And we are moving. Is there anything else you'd like to do in your turn? Move, or you're going to stick around?
So I got out of the way of the roll, so is Amara on the other side of the creature from me?
Yeah.
How far around? Am I still at the tail, or is he closer?
No, he's facing you now, so he's attacking you.
Yeah.
So he's 5 feet from you, and she is on the other side of him, roughly 5 to 7 feet from his other side.
Okay, let's stay where I am.
Okay. We are moving things along to Amara. She is going to... she has a broken arm and a broken leg. So she is going to be crawling her way towards the edge of the cave, just trying to get herself hidden and out of sight. She cannot attack. She's far too injured for that. And we are moving things right along to Dabbledob Doppet. Dabbledob, what is it that you'd like to do?
Can I use Blade Barrier to kind of, protect her?
Absolutely. Can you read out what Blade Barrier does?
Yeah, so it's basically this...
Yeah, it's a barrier.
Barrier.
Try it one more time.
It's a whirling razor-sharp wall of blades. The wall provides 3/4 cover of 2 creatures behind it, and the space is difficult terrain. When a creature enters the wall area for the first time, or starts its turn there, the creature must make a dexterity saving throw. On a failed, it takes 60-10 slashing. On a success, it takes half.
Okay, fantastic. So you set up a wall barrier of blades.
Is there a way that I can set up, to hit the creature as well?
I was going to say, do you want to put it, on him so that he can't go past it to get to her?
Well, and that's what I'm trying to do, is, protect her, but yet hit him.
The angle at which you would have to do that would then leave space for him to come around and into that area, trapping her in there.
Okay, fantastic.
If you did it at a different angle, it would hit Gregrock. If you did it at a different angle, so completely horizontal, so east to west from a northern perspective, you would end up going across the creature, yes, but then you would lock Gregrock into that blade area as well as Amara.
Oh.
I don't want to lock just you in there. Can I just do it just to protect her then?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you can definitely do that. So, Gregrock, not but feet from you, a large wall of blades and barriers erupts into existence, blocking Amara off from you and the creature.
Reminds me of these sawmills.
Okay. Anything else you'd like to do in your turn, Dabbledob?
No, I think that's pretty much it.
We are now at the top of initiatives. We are going to be having our dear friend, the Skittering Horror, climb up and past you, Gregrock, and scale the wall to the right of you, away from the barrier of blades. And then it is going to leap off of the wall towards Tyson Mckay with strength and fury, as Tyson Mckay cast Finger of Death on it last turn. It is going to try and grab you out of the air with its claws and bring you down to the ground, Tyson.
I think we have very different definitions of dear friend. None of my dear friends do that.
With a 17 plus its to hit of 11, it is absolutely going to attack you and hit you with one of its claw attacks. Tyson Mckay, you can roll me a strength check to see if you are grappled by the creature's claws.
Nat 20.
Fantastic. So you are not grappled by the first attack, but rather just pinched and slashed by the claws. 22.
You're on that 20, you still get fucking railed.
You will get 28 damage from its claw attack. So the creature lands, Tyson Mckay, having only scratched you or slashed you with its claws, not grabbed onto you. But now it is completely facing both Dabbledob and Fievel. It is nearly 20 feet from you, more than enough space for it to scurry forward, and with its reach of 10 feet, it can attack both of you. It's going to start with Dabbledob with a claw attack, and then finish on Fievel with a bite attack. We have a nat 20 on the claw attack on Dabbledob.
Classic.
And we have a 21. It's the 21 on our friend Fievel.
damn it.
The claw attack is going to deal 31 damage times 2, so 61. 62.
Last cannon, baby.
Yeah, what do you got, about 2 health points left?
No, I'm alright, but I can't take another one of those, I'll tell you.
Okay, the bite attack is going to be 15 damage.
Classic.
Okay. The creature is going to use Maddening Presence, and is going to use it on Dabbledob.
Fuck me, I had something built up.
Roll me a wisdom saving throw, please.
Paralyzed!
Okay, Dabbledob is paralyzed once more, and we are moving things right along to Tyson Mckay. Tyson, what is it you would like to do?
Dabbledob, sniper!
Pick me up!
You?
I have something big planned. Big plans.
But I'm almost dead.
Well, save yourself.
This wouldn't have happened if we had split up.
Yeah, exactly. Whoever entered here would have for sure died.
Yeah.
I mean, I might as well just try and kill it. Let's try immolation again.
Alright, he's going to be rolling a Constitution saving throw or Dexterity?
It's Dex.
Don't matter, not 20. Alright. The creature is going to succeed your immolation spell. And anything else you'd like to do on your turn, Tyson, aside from damage?
22. Where's that wall in relation to where I am?
The wall where it was and leapt off of, or the wall... Which wall?
The wall of
that
sawmills.
Oh, that wall is currently 55 feet from you at its closest point.
Is it the opposite direction of the spider thing or whatever?
It's in the same direction as the spider thing, the skittering horror, but it's not in the same... But it's off to the left now. To the left of you, to the west of you.
I run the opposite direction of the spider thing. That's
Okay, but you're in the air, so you're levitating the opposite direction?
Oh, he's just moving his feet really fast.
Didn't it jump on me?
It jumped at you and clawed you, but did not grapple you and knock you down.
Oh, then yeah, I float away that way.
Okay, 30 feet.
Float away.
I thought I was on the ground. Yeah, 30 feet.
Fantastic. And we are now on to Fievel Mausentraub. Fievel, Dabbledob is paralyzed, staring at the skittering horror right in front of you guys. What is it you'd like to do?
Dabbledob, damn it. Now I gotta use a spell on you again? Alright, same thing. Crisp high five. Get back in the game. What the hell are you doing?
Plus 500 experience points for your sense of humor, Fievel. If you ever needed it, now is the time. And Dabbledob, you're now currently no longer paralyzed. What else would you like to do, Fievel?
I say, protect me, damn it.
You're just gonna keep getting one turn.
I know, I'll get there.
One turn at a time.
Okay, sitting 45 feet from you at the current moment, Greg Rock, your turn begins. What would you like to do?
Okay, well, yeah, that's easy. You know, it's really not a trouble for me to close that distance.
Mm-hmm.
So I will do so.
Okay.
And I will use my attacks.
Roll some d20s, baby cakes.
Yeah, so those kind of attacking the legs there. Are those near where the point where I'm gonna make it to, or?
Correct. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I want to tap the same point, see if I can blow a couple legs off.
Do it.
These slime points.
Yeah, get those slime points going.
Okay. Tap number 1. Nat 20.
All right. One of the legs falls off completely.
I just chopped it right off.
Chopped it right off.
That's so hot.
Amara's behind a barrier of blades. She can't really see what to do.
I just got a leg, Amara. I'll let you know. Attack number 2, 19.
Okay, which is also a critical thing.
Well, it's not a nat 19.
Oh, gotcha.
Sorry. Should have made that clear.
So 6 slime points on the creature now. At the end of your turn, you'll have to roll a 12 at least.
Yes.
Let's roll some damage first, see how we do.
Let's do it. 18?
Total?
Yep.
Okay, fantastic.
Oh, well, the one was a nat, so 28.
All right, and the end of your turn, you're going to rest there? Stay there?
Yeah, well, let's roll these slime points. See if it
Fantastic.
blows up.
So he matches with a 12.
Yeah.
It says has to beat.
Yeah.
Yes, so matching is matching.
Yeah.
Beating is beating.
Yeah, but matching is beating. In every single sense of the
No, matching is matching.
No, it's not. If you have a certain type of saving throw, if you match the saving throw, you beat it. So, yeah,
One more turn, guys. One more turn.
God damn it.
Okay, we are now into Amara, who is going to cast Cure Wounds on herself.
Selfish.
Like I better
She have like a repair bones spell or something.
fuck.
And
We need
are
her
now
standing and moving.
on to Dabbledob, who is currently in front of the skittering horror.
Okay, time to light it up. Sunburst, baby. Let's go. Okay, I'm gonna cast it like in the middle of the body.
Sure.
It's gonna get everywhere.
Sounds good.
It's gonna get messy, but yeah. And then I can sculpt it around everyone, so that's not a problem.
Mm-hmm.
And Constitution saving.
Okay. Constitution saving throw. All right, he's going to fail your Constitution saving throw with a 7.
Good shit. Holy fuck, that's sick.
The devil's die.
55.
55 damage. That is fantastic, Dabbledog.
Thank you.
Okay, the creature screams in horror at the radiant damage, correct?
Yes.
Yeah, so the flesh that seems to peel and burn off of it, the radiant damage actually has this creature screaming.
Good. Good.
We are moving things along to the skittering horror. It is going to begin its turn by using Maddening Presence on Dabbledob Doppet once more. Dabbledob, roll me a
What a
wisdom
surprise.
roll, please.
This creature's super original.
Yeah, big fucking surprise. Thank you for the dice. Paralyzed.
The creature is
But you're a wizard, Dabbledog.
currently burning, and it is going to use a legendary action. It is going to use Frenzied Blows. The creature is going to make 10 attacks in a row.
Holy
my
fuck.
god.
I'm over here. Hey, look at me.
I am so dead.
It is going to first attack Fiala Mausenthrow, who is currently beside Dabbledob. With a 26, does it hit its first strike with its claw?
Nope.
Hey, big and ugly over here. Hey, look at me.
You're going to take 24 damage.
Okay.
Its second attack is going to be a 20, not nat. It is going to deal 26 damage again. No, 27 damage, my apologies. It is then going to attack Dabbledob Doppet with one strike. With a 19 plus its to hit, it absolutely does so. It is going to deal 19 damage. one hit point?
Yeah, that's all I got.
Okay.
I love how Dabbledob pre-calculates the number of hit points where on any given turn.
Okay. It is then going to furiously turn and begin to bash Gregrock as much as possible.
Oh yes, give me the rest of them, bitch. Oh yeah, I want him at disadvantage.
27,
This is why you bring the big guy.
24,
So one will hit.
29,
That'll hit.
26.
That'll hit.
How many hits?
4 hits.
Okay. Only one of those is bite. The other 3 are its claw attacks. 28 on the first one. 26 on the second one. 30 on the dot. That was 3. And then the last one is its bite attack, which is 38. Okay. The creature is now exhausted after its 10 strikes in a row. So it will, on the next turn, have disadvantage on its attack rolls.
Good.
But that
Is it dead?
its turn.
Okay with that.
Yeah. You're welcome.
Okay. We are now moving things right along to Tyson Mckay. Tyson Mckay, you're floating up in the air, and you are currently 50 feet from the creature. What is it you would like to do?
Please die. And I cast Scorching Ray at a level 5 spell.
Oh.
Roll it.
So 5 hits, 1 miss.
Fantastic. Let's roll it.
Alright, so it takes 48 damage.
Okay. Tyson McKay,
Mana.
radiant strikes lance through the creature's chest and leave burning, singeing holes as they literally pierce through the creature. Radiant damage just flying through it. Like bullet holes ripping through the creature, its body is twisted and contorted as strike after strike hits it 5 in a row until the creature eventually topples over and dies.
Oh, thank
Good
you.
timing.
I was gonna say, my next move.
One. You and me both, buddy. You and me both. 1 hit point.
9.
At 10.
So, gentlemen, each of you are going to gain 4,700 experience points. There is complete silence in the pit, and the only sound is the whirling of blades, which is still active from Dabbledob's spell. Moments pass before there appears to be a squelching and a disgusting sound erupting from the stomach of the creature which has fallen.
I'm out.
I'm gonna back away.
The belly of the creature distends and then bursts, and slipping out of its body is a mucus-covered and hard creature, an insect, which is black in its coating and looks almost like a deformed and engrossed enlarged beetle. It turns towards the party. Its eyes are black and shimmering, And that is where we are going to leave things for today.
I fucking hate you.
Oh God! Please tell me my slime parrot and slime points carry over. It's the same beast.
Hey, maybe he's happy that he got freed.
Maybe it's
I highly doubt it. I highly doubt it. I want to say this is the parasitic force that was driving the whole machine.
But he was maybe like under like a curse, and because we killed it, he's not under that curse no more.
No, he is the curse.
No. No. It's not. We're at 1 hit point each, man.
Yeah.
Believe that it is not.
All I need is any type of healing, and I'm almost to max. Like, I have a great healing bit. I just need a little bit of help. Just give me a little bit of that good.
Gentlemen, congratulations on defeating the skittering horror. Next up, let's see what happens with our cute beetle friend, which just popped out of the stomach of that horror.
Don't call him cute.
He's cute.
He's terrifying.
He's cute.
He's terrifying.
Fantastic gameplay from everyone. Love the teamwork between Dabbledob and Fievel. Love the saving Dabbledob did of Amara, protecting her from the skittering horror. Yep. Tyson Mckay trying to trap others and lure them to their deaths by telling them the pit was only 10 feet deep. This episode was just a blast all around. So, guys, thanks so much. Listeners, thanks so much. Feel free to like, comment, share, subscribe, post, and big thanks to both of our sponsors, Elderwood and Die Hard Dice, both fantastic companies. Check them out. And this is Noah signing out.
Peace.
Peace.
I think they should have jumped in the hole.